Good afternoon, everybody. So as we all know, the drone analytics systems has been live since October, and we will do a quick check on what is happening and how each stakeholder in NHAI can use the system right now and what has been the usage and way forward. So all the modules are live. The 4 analytical suites which we have live is under construction analytics, O&M related analytics, which includes encroachments, potholes, cracks, illegal median openings, etc. Road safety suite, which has details related to road signages, also again related to intersections and other checklists which need to be done at different parts of the highway. And we have the plantation module live. So all 4 of them have been live and are being used. Over the last month and a half, there has been RO-wise trainings. We have got a lot of good feedback from the ROs, and the ROs, I want to thank all the ROs for setting up those training, because in most of the trainings, roughly 25-50 people have attended with their laptops, computers, and it has been a very hands-on sort of a training. So that one level of training has been completed, one round of training. Another round of training as per direction from the leadership is going to happen in the next month onwards. We have done 60,000 kilometers. So in the last 6 months, we have completed 60,000 kilometers of training once. This includes repeat inspections for certain packages, and for certain packages only one-time inspections. So the schedule has been slightly contained because we were phasing it out, but a new tender has been called. From the first day, direction from the chairman sir has been that we have to focus on the DSP. If the drone service providers are not going to support, we will not be able to go ahead. So we have opened the tender. We are almost in the final state of getting the final list of DSP. So we will now have 300 to 400% more capacity. So earlier we had 8 drone service providers who were collecting the data. Now we will have around 30 drone service providers who will be collecting the data. So we will be able to move from 10,000 kilometers per month to roughly 18,000, which is under construction, plus O&M every 6 months. So roughly 25,000 kilometers we should be able to achieve. I know a lot of PDs have been writing that they wanted their highways to be taken up in the first phase, and most have been covered once or twice. The focus was on stuck and concern projects, but moving forwards in next month or the month afterwards, we will start covering all projects without any kind of restriction or selection. For O&M projects, 14,000 defects have been identified and have been sent to NHAI 1 for their completion. So that loop has also been completed. And one major thing which was necessary for ease of doing business, again, on the foundation level, was drone service providers, if they are doing so much work, the ticket amount, the payment which needs to be made to them is very small compared to the amount of money which the PD is handling. So oftentimes it becomes low in priority. So what the IT division has done is reduced all friction in making the payment. So now the bills are submitted online. Whether payment needs to be done or not need to be done based on quality check also is automated. So the PD only has to now forward it and make the payment. So all the system of billing related to drone surveys has also been made end-to-end online, and a SOP was also circulated as of last week. So these are the major key updates. These are some of the photographs of the trainings which have been provided. As you can see, in many of these, people are actually using during the training. So these have been very hands-on trainings which have been completed. If we look at the usage, this is just last week, we are seeing that the highest uptake we are getting from PDs. So PDs in the last week have tried to use the system 148 times to see a certain UPC, figure out what is the status of the UP, look at the analytics, etc. Unfortunately, AEs and contractors have taken limited usage. Even though some very large concessionaires are now using it directly to oversee their operations, AE and concessionaire we are getting less. And RO and HQ level is also right now at a limited usage number, which we are hoping will increase with given time. If there is any support required at a RO level or at an HQ level for operating the system for some quick checks or reviews, please let us know. We will be able to send the team instantly and support that. Quick numbers on the defects. So analytics is happening. What are the outcomes out of it? So we have sent roughly 14,000 defects from drone directly to NHAI 1. So right before this system, NHAI1 was only used by AEs to report defects and the contractor to close it, but the only source of defect was AE. But now we are sending defects automatically, system to system, from NSV also, drone also, and ATMS. So as you can see, February was the first month where the system generated sources were more than the manual sources. So in the month of February, AEs have identified roughly 9,500 defects using their joint inspections. But ATMS, DAMS and NSV combined had overshot it. And we think this trend is holding true for March and April also. So this will be the trend also moving forward. So out of the 14,000 defects which have been particularly sent from DAMS, 4,600 have already been completed. 9,800 are open, out of which 4,700 are open and delayed, and the other 5,000 are still under timeline. This last bunch of 5,000 was actually sent yesterday only, so that is why they're still under timeline. If the contractor is not completing them on time, the provisions are the same. It is the same system. This is not a new system. So had a defect been reported by an AE or by the drone, it is the same NHAI1 system, Tatpar system, which is being utilized. So as I was saying, we are trying to unify and consolidate. So now NSV, DAMS, AI, all of those are going into NHAI1 as per direction from chairperson, also ATMS. So now in DOSA, defects from ATMS are also being sent, and this is being rolled out in other ATMS also. We are in process of the other three. So Rajmarg Yatra, there is some complexity because defects are not so sharply reported by a citizen, so we are not able to directly send it to NHAI1. Road safety audit, member admin sir has made a decision that because a large percentage of the defects reported in road safety app, road safety module in NHAI1, have an intersection with Tatpar. So instead of treating them separately, because road safety currently the observations are complied with in data lake and not in the app, it has been decided that even the road safety related observations by the experts will be forwarded into NHAI1 only. So for the contractor, it will not matter whether a signage related issue has been reported via road safety auditor or by AE or by DAMS or by NSV. They will be all completed at the same level. And the last one is we are also trying to get an input from Google and Map My India. So when you're driving, you would have seen that you can report defects also using Google Maps. So we are in mature stages of conversation with both the companies to see how we can also integrate them into our system. So these are being sent, deduplicated and standardized and sent through NHI1. And the contractor doesn't know which is coming from. They can know which is coming from what, but they don't have to look at any other new system. Before I go to the demo, to quickly show you how easy it is to see your analytics, a quick review of what all has been done in terms of digital. So now the work orders are system generated. So there is a schedule which is created because in O&M we are doing 6 months based on synchronous with NSV. So if NSV is happening, we will not do it in the same quarter. We will do it in the next quarter. So there is equal gap between NSV and drone in terms of O&M. So system is generating the work orders and is issuing them directly to the DSPs. The quality of the DSP's work, whether they have flown it at a certain height, whether they have followed the speed, this quality check is automated. They upload the data, tick, 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 a checklist algorithm runs. And if they pass the checklist, only then they are able to submit the bill. So if they have not passed the checklist, they can't even submit the bill. So once they pass the checklist online, they are able to select under which order they want to submit a bill. They submit the bill comes to the PD, and the PD can then, based on what the system is saying, whether the work is completed or not, they can issue the payment using the online system. For all the successfully completed things, automatically the data is pushed to DAMS. DAM is done by 2 vendors which are empaneled. So the data is pushed there. Analysis is prepared in 7 days, and the same is now instantly available to you for analytics, watching. And if it is O&M, it is pushed to NHI1. So all of this system end to end has been now digitized. So there are multiple obvious advantages. We want to make sure all stakeholders have ease of doing business. Planning of flights is also important because we are specifically scheduling all the flights in the last 10 days of the month because we want this data to be used for finalization of the MPR. So we schedule it in the early part of the month. We send it to all the DSPs so they can plan their operations because it's a lot of work for them also. and then payments are QC based, dependencies are reduced, etc. So this is the overall. I'll quickly just go to data lake. So I hope data lake is visible. I'll quickly show in 5 steps how you can see the things which I'm talking about. So you have to log in. This is the same logins which you have. You don't have to log in into DAMS. There is no separate login there. So you have to log in into the system. On the top, there is search. You can there select drone analytics and monitoring system. It will open this page for you. Now in the last, I want to see the inspections which have been pushed in the last, say 30 days. I can select last 30 days. I can say whether analytics is available. And let's say I want to see ONM. So I can click ONM. So these are open to you. And then you can just click from here, view analytics. This login is true for everybody. AE, contractor, PD, RO, HQ. This is the same process for all of you. You have to just find your UPC. You can also search by UPC if you want to do that. And just click on view analytics. So the moment you click on view analytics, we are logging you into a new system. You don't have to remember any new username, passwords, anything. And then you are able to see the insights. So this inspection happened on 24th March. And we identified O&M related for balance work under phase 1 of 4-lane Khed Sinnar in the name of the project is available. And then you can quickly see. So I can see that there are 216 defects. There are potholes, mostly edge drops. So only 3 potholes, which is good. And if you want to see where the pothole has been identified, you can just click on the screen and it is taking you to the pothole. So you can see a pothole has been identified here, right? So imagine this is a 14-kilometer thing, and in the amount of effort it is reducing to find out your pothole. So you can identify the 3 potholes quickly. You can see there are these potholes here. You can figure out the chainage. It is 42,500. So you can instantly do it. But these 3 potholes have already been pushed to NHAI 1 app. So you don't also have to specifically take any other action. But if you want to see the median openings, so if you want to see any unauthorized median openings, you can also take action on them. You can click it. It will take you to the unauthorized median opening. So you can see there is an unauthorized median opening. Unauthorized median opening is also being sent to NHAI 1 app in the other category. So these are also being sent, and I'll show you examples of how contractors have also fixed certain problems of unauthorized median opening. So this is being sent, and then obviously you have the encroachments. So you can see from which encroachment you want to look at. There are temporary and permanent. If I click permanent, you can click on encroachment and it will take you to the particular encroachment. Now, this could be possible that this is a statue which has been created under the provisions or by the city government or whatever. So if you don't think this is an encroachment, AEs can correct this. AE can click on it under this login and can either modify it from permanent to temporary or can delete this. And it will be logged in the system that the AE is saying that this is not an encroachment. So even if you think that the AI model is showing something which is not true, you can give feedback instantly and the model will learn from this and will get better and better. So it is not a static performance. So this is one of the things. Similarly, if you want to see any other, so there are 2 portals, but they look largely the same and you don't have to know which is what. So if I click this one from Uttarakhand, so it will load up and you can select which suit you want to see. So I'm saying ONM I want to see, and it will open the ONM suit out of it. And then you can go to analytics, and I can see that there's only one pothole. So there's only one pothole, which is a great thing for this particular stretch of 8 kilometers. Where is the pothole? You can just click this and go here. And it will take you to the exact pothole. So this is a sizable pothole which has appeared, and it will tell you where the pothole is. And it has been found in this inspection. Now, as I was saying that all of this has been integrated, let's say I want to see on a dashboard. If you're an RO or a headquarter, you don't want to look at individual potholes, right? You just want to see what is the status. So you can go to dams. You can, here on the left side, you can see there are dashboards, right? For your easy convenience, all the dashboard links have been provided here. So you can just click on the dashboard related to road maintenance defects management. So you can click that. It will open a link for you. Now this is your integrated dashboard for everything related to routine maintenance, right? And I would suggest for people who are significantly looking at this, you can just make this link open up whenever you open the browser. You can make this your homepage, or you can bookmark this. So now from here, you can have your HQ view, member view, RO, PIU view, and you can get a glance of whatever you want to do. So at an HQ level, we can see that uh, there are so many defects and which are open, which have been rectified. All time view is there, but you can go to the HQ. You can also change the timeline. I only want to see the last 1 year because this project has been live for a long period of time. Then you can just change the timer slider on the top right, and it will change you and show you recent data. Let's say you want to see what has been happening with dams. The numbers which I'm showing, these are live numbers. So you can just select defect source. I want to see dams. You click on dams. You can see that 14,000 defects have been pushed from dams. 4,000 have been rectified. 9,000 are open. 4,000 are delayed. And you can see RO-wise the numbers. You can also see them on a map. And I wanted to show you an example for rectified defect, which has been pushed through dam. So you can go through status and select verified successfully. So these are defects which have been closed and verified by the AE also. And then you can look at the map, and I'll show you one example. So you can hover on any defect. So let's say I'll take this defect. This defect you can see was an illegal median opening. You can see on the left is the image from the drone. Right is the image from the contractor. So you can see the contractor has sort of in the divider, they had made a dent by the two-wheelers using it. So the contractor has put some concrete over on top of it to fix it. So you can see that the system is functioning, that something has been reported by a drone and has been fixed on the ground by the contractor using NHAI One app. So you can go through any number of defects. You can see the pre-photo and the post-photo. So you can see the angle of the photos is different because the left photo is from drone and the right is from the NHAI One app. We ensure that the photograph is, so whenever drone is sending a defect, we get the accurate lat long of the defect. We ensure that the rectification photo is coming in 15-meter radius of the reported defect also. So it's not possible to take a picture from any random place. You have to be in 15 meters to be able to submit an ATR. So the geofencing is there, and even if the system misses something, the AE has to verify. So these are all successfully verified. So if something has been verified by an AE but has not been completed, then that the onus is on AE. So let's take an example of a project level report. So as I said, there are different views because ROs are here. RO can just go to RO view. They can select their own RO and they can view the dashboard, and you will get an RO wise summary. So this is just pertaining to the RO, including all defect sources, and you can get a good sense. So in RO, this is RO Bengaluru. RO Bengaluru, 1,800 defects are open and delayed. And you can see from here which are the PIUs where this is the majority. So you can see Honavar PIU has 850 defects which are opened, right? So now if PIU Honavar is getting this direction from RO Bengaluru, PIU Honavar would log in and can open a view for itself. So you can open from PIU Honavar, and PIU Honavar can then try to identify where are these defects which are open and delayed, right? So, and there is only one project there, which is Goa, Karnataka to Kundapur. So you can see from there that all the open defects are there only in that, in which 623 ATRs have not been submitted by the contractor. This is real-time system. And there are 230 defects for which the contractor has submitted, but the AE has not yet verified whether the photo is correct or not. So that level of system you can see. You can also see in the last month, AE has gone and done a joint inspection manually. So they have also done their work. Current month they have not done, but the month is only yet started, so they have not done. And you can see that dams have also identified the defects. If you log in, if you zoom in into the map, you can see the blue ones are defected by drone identified, and the orange ones are identified by the A. So you can see with this granularity, real time, the moment they do it, this will get updated. And let's look at one example which I just opened up there. So which was the highway for which there was one defect. Just a second. So 2-lane PS2 Khatima. So you can also do project wise. You can search here 2-lane PS Khatima. So you can select the project and you can get a project-wise summary. So now you know who's the contractor. So the name of the AE is from MSV International. The concession is APS Infra. You can see the last inspection done by the AE is in 9th January. So since then, the AE has not done any inspections through using the mobile app. Maybe on the ground they are doing it, but it is as per last January circular mandatory to use the app. But you can see AE did it last January, but our drone has identified potholes as of 4th April. So the drone is covering up and identifying defects which have been manually missed by the AE. So that is the advantage of this system. And all of these links are easily available to you, and we will urge everybody to use it. Coming back to the presentation, one constant requirement from the PDs we are getting is they want an inspection to happen. They want an inspection to happen. And so while the interest is appreciated, quick understanding of how we are scheduling. So if it is an O&M project, as I said in the circular, we have given you your schedule. So it will happen every 6 months based on NSV and monsoon. So you have to wait for that month for the O&M to be scheduled. If there is any urgency, then you can PD can email, used to email right now, but now they can also do it online, which I'll talk about. And you can get something pre-scheduled. O&M is supposed to happen every month, but because of capacity of existing DSPs till the new tender was announced, we were only doing stuck and concern projects. But now in 1 or 2 months, all the projects will get every month without your requesting. So this is how we are currently scheduling it. As of Monday, next Monday, if a PD can see the current month schedule and if they think something has been missed out, you can just select here. You will get a detailed message on Monday, but you can just select here and press submit, and then that will be auto scheduled. So you don't have to worry. So the schedule will be like this. On 1st of the month, you can see what the system has scheduled. Until the 10th of the month, you can add anything to it. And by the 11th, out of this will automatically be sent to the drone service providers through the system. So you don't have to worry about sending them or issuing work orders separately. Way forward, these were the 4 other suits which were directed to us by the EC to take up. Bridge is in advanced stages. How can we use the drone to go inside the bridge, outside the bridge, create a 3D model and find out defects? So the model is ready. We are working closely with the bridge division and it is being piloted in PD Rewari. DPR, landslide and LAC. Like in the previous presentation, a lot of things were discussed. A few of them I can see and think that it can be captured using the drone also, because we are getting the 3D profile, etc., and applying advanced models on it. So DPR model needs to be trained. If any ROPD or the DPR cell has any certain locations they want to prioritize, they can suggest this and send a mail to Vikas sir or to me, and we can take that. We are looking for a location to pilot. Similarly, landslide, the model is almost ready. We need to finalize. So if anyone can suggest a location, we'll take it up there. LAC also, the model is ready. If anyone wants to suggest that their stress should be done, please email. We'll take them all instantly. Bridge, as I said, PD Rewari and RO Delhi have been extremely supportive in the bridge division, and that is being conducted. Lastly, with direction from Chairman Sir, we are issuing a NHAI wide competition. So the objective is that all the analytics is there. And we can now, the innovation lies in using this to make the decisions. So exact details will be shared on the duration of the project. But the idea is that there is a competition in 5 categories: headquarter, RO, PD, AEIs, contractor, concessioner. Whoever is able to showcase a concrete or an innovative use of drone analytics to take certain decisions, change their strategy or operations, will be felicitated by NHAI. And the evaluation will be based on how concretely were you able to use it. The larger idea is that we want the entire organization to use this in their day-to-day analytics and not convert this into a trophy project, oh, that the drone is doing something, but we are not really looking into it. And other than the automated defects being sent to dams through NHAI 1, we are not using this. So there is a competition and the details will be issued in the next week. And which organization or subunit, whether it is HQ, RO, PD, AE, is able to more effectively use drones to show that, oh, they are able to take this decision or they change their operations, etc. So that is the idea from Chairman Sir, and which will be issuing details in next week. Thank you.